Alex.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're from Team Android for ECS 160 Software Engineering. And we're going to be commentating some gameplay of our Android port of ChrisCraft 2, Tides of Nitta.
And the splash screen is already shown by now, and our font is Kings and Things. We've selected the team colors. We are orange team, and the AI is purple, I believe.
Yeah, and we're just going to fast forward through some of this early parts of the game, which is just basic resource collection. You can see how, as we're collecting lumber, our lumber numbers are going up, and you can see the progress bars of the peasants
being made. Yeah.
Yep, peasants being created.
And you can also see the white circles for our touch detection.
Yeah, so wherever you see the white bubble is where the person touched. This also includes multi-touch and different gestures that we're going to demo throughout this gameplay.
Also, I believe this AI is on hard mode, even though it said AI is easy. We hard-coded it to hard, I believe. And Nico is playing right now.
Yeah, so we'll see how he does against this AI. So it looks like he's sending some peasants to go mine out some stone. Yep, and he built a farm so that he can increase his
food
production. So you can see the food production updating in the top right corner. We also see the fog of war. Each peasant has their own line of sight, so that's why you see kind of the black shifting within the next to the town hall.
And also, you might have noticed the town hall has a black icon. That is to upgrade to a keep, but we do not have the asset requirements met right now, or Nico doesn't have it.
So if you can't do an upgrade, we black out the icon until it reaches that requirement. So it looks like he's building a barrack. If you notice, there's a peasant capability that's an arrow. That arrow is basically the next page of capabilities that we couldn't fit within our UI.
And Nico is trying to build some footmen, I believe, but he doesn't have the right food consumption amount, so he has to create another farm.
Yep, and he's
he's also building a wall.
So when you build buildings, you'll notice that white rectangles are basically rendered around every single building that you've built so far. This is to show kind of where that building's boundaries are, so that you don't build buildings. You know where to build your buildings.
And if you notice, the walls update according to the adjacent walls.
Yeah, so walls basically work as normal buildings. You just build them adjacent to each other, and when there are two walls that are meeting, they will merge into one. So you can see he's completing this wall off between the two rocks.
And unlike buildings, walls are part of the terrain, so they don't belong to a team. It's not a part of the assets in the team.
Oh, here comes the AI team. They are purple.
Yep,
here they come. So the AI was done as a port of the Linux code. We weren't supported by the AI team, so we just did a straight port from the Linux original AI. So he penetrated the wall. So that wall was broken and it became rubble, and now he's trying to defend.
He's losing his new scout tower. And the fire animation. We have fire animation.
Yeah, so when buildings get to low health, the fire animation starts as a small one. As it loses more health, it becomes a bigger fire, and then eventually blows up. So he's got one archer in there. He's not. Yep. So he survived the first wave of the AI army. So good on him.
The AI is still pushing. The AI is still pushing.
So you see that the scout tower is now shooting arrows. That's actually an upgrade of the scout tower called the cannon tower.
Yes.
It's unique because it actually will attack anything within its line of sight, so you don't need to manually attack anything. So that's a smart upgrade on Nico's part.
But it looks like his barracks is getting damaged right now. Oh! And he's building a footman, it looks like. A footman. But, he survived.
Another barracks. Here we go. He survived that wave. Okay.
So, here comes another wave of AIs, maybe?
Rebuilding the wall. That's cool.
Yep.
Okay, so you see that box he drew around his army is actually a zoom gesture for the touchscreen. It allows you to select multiple units at a time. And you can see the AI representing everyone's health, all the archers' health. And the UI updates according to what is selected, and that includes multiple selections. We cannot multiple select buildings. That's just pretty obvious. Why would you want to multi-select buildings?
And the AI wave is still pushing. But Nico's defending that guard tower.
Yeah. Pretty good game so far.
No, we need unit upgrades. I'm not sure if Nico's done any unit upgrades yet. I don't believe he's done any unit upgrades yet.
He's just building up his armor.
Yeah, he still has footmen and archers.
But looks like he needs to build some more.
And the AIs are still.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Nico's going to win this one.
Yeah,
but we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. The Fog of War is also in the minimap, as you can see. So the lighter portions of the map are where he has a line of sight. The dim areas are where he's explored, does not have a line of sight, and the black is obviously where he hasn't explored yet.
And he's got that multi-select on the peasants. You can see all their HP bars.
Okay, so his army's looking pretty good. He should probably move out as soon as possible while his opponent is rebuilding their military. So yeah, as you can see, as we mine out those trees, basically the way we have it implemented is that only the edge trees are harvestable. So as we harvest the trees and as they disappear, the next layer of trees become harvestable. Looking pretty good.
Nico's army is looking pretty good, yeah. He's losing a couple guys. He's using that multi-select, the box selection.
Yeah, it's a pretty good looking army. He has about 4 footmen now.
He's got about
and
6
a lot of archers.
Yeah.
So he's going to select his whole army.
And yeah.
Oh, okay. So he interacted with the mini-map right there. He touched the corner of where the enemy team is, and he's about to send all his army there. You can see them walking around in the mini-map. They actually find the path based on the algorithm that was in the Linux code. So he really doesn't have to worry about managing those units that are walking around to the enemy base at this point. So we are going to cut this video short and show our end conditions of the game, which I believe is going to be a loss in this case.
Yeah, Nico's
sending out
risky, sending out all his assets, all his units to the enemy base. I don't think
all
this ends
his
well,
units.
though. I don't think this ends well.
This is an all-in. So the peasants are actually on his way to his base because it seems like they have completely mined out their gold mine. So now they're attempting to mine out his gold mine, which isn't looking like a smart idea. So he's going to pick off these last units, and we're going to cut now to
use that mini-map detection again. Switch the view to the enemy.
And there's a white box around the mini-map to indicate where the camera is and what you can see and can't see.
And we're skipping to the end, and Nico lost his army.
Sad day.
You can see the fire animation again. Town hall's, it's gone. And just one peasant left. Poor Nico. Got to work on that tech skill.
He's cornered. And that was his last asset. So that's what triggers the end of the game. This is the lost screen. Mm-hmm. It'll basically go to the main menu, and at this point we're going to exit the game. We're going to play another game, but we're at this point we're done kind of just showing all our features. We just want to make a couple shout-outs to some people who really stepped up in terms of making sure that this game really came to fruition as it did. First, Zhao from Team Android. Incredible programmer. Carried the team. He's a great guy. If we had any questions, he would always, if he didn't know the answer, he'd find out. Most of the time, he knew the answer anyway. Kiet for doing amazing work with all the tiles and textures and fog and everything that basically would have been otherwise a huge obstacle for us. And basically the whole Android team, we had a lot of fun, and all the other teams for supporting us as they could. Linux team for providing documentation and help with our Android port. We're going to put a link in the description where you can download the APK and play the game yourself on an Android device. On earlier devices, this game is kind of like laggy because there's lots of stuff going on, lots of rendering. But yeah, let us know what you think. And we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Alright, so we're going to let this game play out, and you can just see kind of a scenario where someone wins and someone does really well against the AI. So that's going to be it for the commentary, so enjoy the rest of